Hello, everyone. John Maddox here. So I'm back to training this week. I know as I, pay attention to what everyone's doing on YouTube, there are, very few people that I see who regularly take time off as a process of, recovery. Everyone is like trying to tell you got to do it every single week, train 6 days a week. Really seeing some crazy stuff out there. Then and a lot of these influencers then turn around in another video and say the exact opposite. So I know everyone's got to try to figure out a way to get content out there. So just want to remember as things keep getting crazier with the elections, communityreviews.org. I put a lot of cool information out there. Got another podcast over there. A lot of strange things are going to come out. So if you really want to know what's going on, there's going to be a divide coming up here. Fake news is already collapsing. Most people don't watch it anymore. And then what you're going to find out, there's a lot of fake news on the independent media too. A lot of fear porn people. And so it's tough to find people that really know what's going on. And so I've been partnering with someone for 2.5 years that gets direct military info. That's why I know what's going on. And if you don't have that direct access, you have no idea what's going on. Let me put it that way. Because the military is full control. So, anyways, that's my plug. So this week, I'm back and, I felt good on Monday. So, always nervous because with my hip, there's times when I'll just get inflammation out of nowhere. And that actually happened to me on Monday of this week. I squatted on Tuesday. And then I had it set up where I was going to see Dennis Novelli for his work with my sacrum. Then he also has a machine that puts frequencies into you, into an injured area to help you to heal. So I usually do both of those when I meet with him. But this inflammation was so bad, I had to ice 7 times. So what I do when I ice, it's like 10 minutes. So for like, I'll put an hour in between ice again, hour in between ice again. I got a lot of ice packs at my house. Um, so that's, and then luckily by the time I got up on Tuesday morning, I was able to get the inflammation under control. I mean, I was really nervous because it was hard if I get up from my chair, my hip felt like it wasn't moving in the right direction. I mean, it didn't feel good at all. I had a lot of inflammation in there. So by Tuesday, though, I was able to get it under control. So you understand, this is my right side. And then as I get to 500 in a squat, I actually, tweak my groin. And because 500 is easy. I mean, that's like a weight that I do normally very easy, very fast. And so I don't know if it's because of me dealing with the hip on the other side, if maybe I was just putting too much of my body weight over on the left side. So then I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I can't have this is like, just so you know, this is my last 3 weeks. So I got this week and I got the next 2 weeks. And then after that, it's actually the perfect timing for me to then be prepared to go to my meet on July 20th. So I couldn't have a workout that I didn't do all the stuff that I needed to do. So I decided to go up to the 590 and I took it out. And just in between sets, I was doing a bunch of just body weight box squats just to get blood in there, see how it feels, that type of thing. So I took the 590 down as slow as I could. And then when I got all the way down, I'm like, man, this really doesn't hurt that much. I squatted it up slowly. And then I went up to, I said, shoot, if I can get away with that, it's the negative is not what's bothering me. It's going in the opposite direction. It's going up is what's actually bothering my groin more. So I did go up to 680 and I did my negative with that. And so even though that's the riskiest thing I've ever been with a groin injury because I didn't want to, not have a chance to handle those things, with the beat just around the corner. So luckily I was able to do both. And right now, as of today, as I'm sitting here, this is Saturday the 29th, and I'm highlighting the week ending the 28th. My groin feels pretty good right now. I've been icing the crap out of it, taking aspirin with breakfast. Now whenever I have an injury, I add an aspirin with dinner as well. And for a couple of days, I was even doing it with lunch. When you get an injury like that, you're like, man, I got to get this under control. But people didn't understand, man, when you got inflammation, you have to attack it. You have to get rid of it because sometimes inflammation can spread. Like every once in a while, I'll get something here in my neck and it will go all the way down to my rib cage if I don't, get ice packs on it and I try to stop it. And then when it's in your rib cage, it will last twice as long. Uh, and it's like someone punched you. I mean, you can't cough or laugh or do anything without your rib, and especially if you got to put a belt on. And you know, the belt can aggravate it too. So yeah, inflammation, you got to work on it. So I was able to get through and do everything I needed to do on Tuesday. I didn't go crazy with, you know, usually after I shrug, I'll put like 885 is what I did last time. And then I'll just hold it, even though I'm only moving it a half inch off the pins. I didn't do that this week. So, you know, pulling my groin, it made me a little nervous. I did do all my, you know, my pulls that I was supposed to, right? My lockouts. Uh, I did not get 820. So, but I tried to go wide because when, you know, the last time I took the 800 out of the, you know, the weight releasers that we have at the gym, I went wider that time and I was able to take down. It felt pretty good. So I figured, you know what, let's just try wider. And it was a mistake. I really don't have the leverages when I go wide. I'm really a modified deadlift stance is what I kind of prefer right now. Especially with me being heavier, it allows me to get down. You know, before when I was a 220 pounder, it was pretty easy to get down, right? Because, you know, there's not that much meat on you. But now, you know, I'm weighing, you know, over 260 for sure, you know, close to 270. And it changes everything, right? Everything in my waist. Because when you gain weight, like, you know, naturally, you know, weight gains everywhere, especially your stomach. So I'm not one of these guys where I gain 30 pounds and I'm leaner than when I, you know, when I first started. So so at least I was able to get through that. Um, and so what I did is right after that, I tried to do the closer stance lockout with 820. And both times, I mean, I did break it off the platforms. It's just, you know, by the time I tried it the second time, I only waited like a minute and I did it and I was already tired. So I got one last shot at it. So next week, I don't do any deadlifts, but the week after that, I am going to take the 800 out of the pins again, but I'm going to do all my lockouts, including 820 again, but I'm going to do my modified stance. I'm not going to try to go wide where I don't have the hip stability. I don't even know why I tried it. So, but everything I've been doing up to this meet, I really haven't finalized my actual deadlift stance yet. You know, my biggest weakness, I got to be honest with everybody, because of my injury, I use straps when I'm deadlifting right now because I want to make sure that I'm not twisting as I'm trying to get this hip to heal. So next week I have to deadlift without my straps, you know, for some stuff. I mean, I got to practice my grip to make sure I can hold on to the bar. I mean, I've been doing separate grip training exercises. So my grip is actually pretty strong. I think I'll be fine. So, but the only way to find out, right, is to go to the meet. So, but yeah, so my lockouts were really good other than 820. I went too wide. So, but I still broke it off the platform, but I didn't lock it out. What else? So then we get to Friday's workout. And so with the bench, 295, beautiful. I didn't hit the uprights or anything, blew it up as like fast. It was like really nice. And then I went up to 365 for the board. That was really nice. And then I went up to 395 for the, and, you know, board press is a two board. And I actually kind of went that over my face and off to the side. So that one did not go very well. But, you know, Art's still there, helped me to, you know, get it locked out. So, but, you know, when my first week back, I always like to go a little bit lighter on the board press. Then, you know, went to my incline set, bent rows. I went up to 5 plates on the bent row. Even in a deadlift week, I felt pretty good about that. And then I did my regular training, right? So I did one set of lat pull downs. I like to do those things where I bring my arms down like this, you know, after you do your lats, and then you do these things where you're pulling the bar down in front of you. It's to simulate like you unracking a bar when you're bench pressing. Your lats really are dead at that point, and it really targets them. So it's kind of a fun exercise, you know. Then did my push downs, and you know, finished everything up. So hammer curls, you know, one set. I do one set of concentration curls first before I do my hammer curls. I do one set of this thing. Like I said, I'm serious. If you come to the gym, I'll show you. I do one set on many things, just because to me, I feel like I'm wasting time if I'm doing 3 sets, you know, 5. Why can't I just do one set of 5? When I get to 10, then I just increase the weight. So yeah, so anyways, other than, you know, earlier in the week, I was a little nervous because when you pull your groin, you're thinking, oh shit, now I'm done. You know, luckily I was able to pull that. I mean, it feels really good today. And I'm going to keep icing it like crazy. And we're going to get prepared for, you know, next week. So next week, hopefully I can squat without a problem. Um, but that's it. Like I said, I do appreciate everyone that keeps coming to check out John and his journey here to deadlift 800 pounds at the age of 58. And I believe, like I said, I am one of the oldest, if not the oldest person to do it when I do it. Like I said, my biggest concern right now is grip. So, but I have been training grip. I just not been holding on to the actual bar, and holding on to the actual bar. You know, you should really practice. You know what you're going to do with the meet. So next week I will practice. You know, for all my lockouts, and I might even take the attempt at 820. Well, the 820 I might still use my straps, but definitely everything with my lockouts will be with just my regular grip. Anyways, I do appreciate everybody who's coming and listening to my journey here to deadlift 800 pounds at the age of 58. Have yourself a great day.